Hey guys, uh, just a quick video. I'm gonna riff a little bit on the subject of, well, the question is the internet, and more specifically, um, social media, is that part of the commons? Commons meaning that goes back to the Constitution, I believe, where you have the constitutional right of free assembly, of free access to the commons, and of course, back in the day, it would be uh, the town square, public roads, public spaces, and is the internet and platforms where you're able to voice your opinion, is that the new commons? Which would mean we would have to update our definition of freedom of speech, and see that cascades to a whole lot of other issues. Then, do we need a Bill of Rights 2.0? Internet Bill of Rights. I'm torn like an old sweater. I'm torn because the libertarian in me doesn't want big government regulating Facebook, Twitter, any platform. The less regulation, the better. In 99.9% of the situation. Yes, we need a little regulation, but not near as much as we have now. Does it bother anybody else that Facebook? I keep hearing these ads on Facebook begging for regulation. What do they got up their sleeve there? Because typically your private corporation doesn't want government dipping their nose in their business. They're skipping down the road hand in hand already. Government and Facebook and Twitter and all these other big tech corporations. So they're up to no good, of course. Anyway, do we have a right to Twitter, to Facebook, to YouTube? I can't. I don't know yet. Leave a comment, like and subscribe if you guys want. But I would love to hear some comments and y'all's take on this, because yeah, we should have the right to speak our mind and not get censored. But these are private companies. The only thing is they're not acting like private companies. They're acting like a wing of the government now. And sad to say, sad to come to the realization that terms of service carries more weight than the Constitution nowadays. Do we have a right? We have here in the States, we have freedom, the freedom of speech, the freedom of free assembly, freedom of the press. On paper, those rights have been trampled upon and abused very blatantly the last year or two. They've been nibbling at the edges for years and decades, but they've really curb stomped it this last 12 months. A digital Bill of Rights. I mean, there's no way that the Founding Fathers could have ever predicted the tech we have nowadays. How could they? Which is also it shows their genius and their foresight that this Constitution is in its form that we know of today, and it's with its amendments. It needs to be tweaked now and then. It is not a living document, guys. It's an actual document. It's an ignored document, but it is a static constitution, not a living, easily changeable document. Shouldn't be, at least. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just throwing this out there. Do we have a right to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, social platforms? Do we have a right to comment on any and all articles? Half of me says yes, and the other half says, well, these are private companies and they shouldn't be. If the private companies want to allow freedom of speech, that's on them. But I don't know. I think it gets back to where I think it's part of the commons now. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear any and all opinions in the comments section.